Good morning, LBHT crew. Good morning, Rogue Nation. We are back. Monday came quick. Monday came too quick. I don't like this at all. But we are here. Good morning. Some of y'all showed up super early. What's up with that?
You ready to go?
All right, let's get these out the way. At 2:58 a.m., Carmelo Moody says, Grand Rising to you. Appreciate you coming through. Mohammed, salute to you. Salute to you. Our newest Patreon member over on Lunch Break Hot Take. Appreciate that. Thank you. We got Dr. Kush in the house. Good morning. We got Michael Akins. Salute. Rainmaker, salute. Says, good morning, guys. One thing you can count on with the Ravens is they will always fix the defense. I don't blame Lamar for not extending until they make an honest effort to get him some real help. But the thing about it is they don't always fix the defense. That's the thing. They don't always fix it.
But they address it.
They don't always fix it, but they'll address it. Yes. Point. Good morning. Says Grand Rising to you. Let's see. Rainmaker on both channels. Appreciate that. So good morning, guys. Double channel this morning. Appreciate you guys for rocking out early. Thank you. We got Corey Hunt. Says good morning, Jose, Hendo, and the rest of the Ravens flock. Salute. RJ Trap in the house. What's going on? On both channels. Appreciate that. Shout out. OJ Stoical. Appreciate you.
Morning.
We got It Is What It Is. Good morning. Oh, there we go. Just Aloe.
Good morning.
Salute. Good morning. Got Harry Holland. Good morning.
What's up?
Big Boy. Good morning. We got Ty Riggs. Says good morning. Let's see if the Browns get just as much hate as the Ravens did for their failed physical move. What did they do?
They tried to sign AJ Epinesa, and he failed the physical, so they nixed the deal.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. I doubt it.
Probably not.
C Iron Addict, salute. Good morning.
Up, brother?
Good morning. Sheree. Good morning.
Sheree.
We got Wayne Wheatley. Good morning. Cousin Davon. Happy Monday. Yes. Money Mike. You're
this is good.
We got Team Ramey. Salute. Neuropsych Sports. Good morning.
Good.
Cheeky. I can't put it. Cheeky on you. Okay. COU. Okay. That's what we're gonna say. It says good morning. Yukon Huskies. Braylon Mullins is a Husky legend, and Duke will always be known as chokers
and national champs.
Well, yeah, I don't think they'll be. They won a lot. They did a lot of winning. I don't think they'll be known as chokers. I'm not a Duke fan or anything like that.
We do choke a lot, though. We ain't gonna lie, we choke a lot.
Imani, good morning. And there's something going on with the stream, y'all. Can y'all can see us okay, right?
Wow.
It's not showing the count at all.
And they updated it, right? It's brand new. So they might have omitted some things. Yeah.
It's just a well, I mean, I can see the count thing, but I don't see it's showing nobody in here, but obviously people are in here.
Well, no, it's a lot because when we streamed last night, it showed it. So it may be something else, some glitch or something.
Yeah, I'm sure. All right. We got a super chat from Kobe Pruitt. Appreciate you. Says, when are you leaving so I can time my super chat? All right. We're going 6:55-ish. Okay. I gotta be out this door around 7-ish. Okay, maybe 7:05. All right. I appreciate the courtesy. Thank you. Be more Gorilla. Good morning. Imani. Good morning on both channels. Be more for real podcast. Salute.
Okay.
Says, top of the morning, fellas. Top of the morning to you. There's a podcast in your name, so I'm assuming there's a podcast there. Y'all should go check it out.
Had to check it out.
Tracy is here. Good morning, Tracy. Appreciate you. Who else is here? We got McNasty 512 says finally caught y'all. Need a wide out tackle and guard in the draft. I do like Reader. I do like Reader though. He destroys Linderbaum. DJ Reader. Oh, I mean DJ Reader used to destroy everybody.
Right.
You know, Ty Riggs, appreciate another super chat. Says just hold the damn ball.
Yo.
Right.
Listen, some people aren't made for pressure moments, and he had the ball in his hands, and all he had to do was dribble forward. That's all he had to do. But of course, he tried to throw it over top of two people. But I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah. Let them foul you. Okay. Reese, good morning. Good morning. We got Ellis. Salute, Ellis. Appreciate the super chat. Says, good morning, fellas. Keep fighting the good fight. Appreciate that.
We will. Ain't nothing stopping this. Ain't nothing stopping this.
Facts. Bucko Beezy, salute. Appreciate you. Thank you for the super chat. Says, I understand EDC is still a problem, but with John Harbaugh out of the building, I have a lot more hope. And Jesse doesn't seem like a liar to me when he is talking about helping out his quarterback. Yeah, he doesn't seem like a liar to me. EDC doesn't seem like a liar to me either. I think they do what they know. Some of this stuff is subconscious, right? I talked about it before, especially when you're dealing with a black quarterback, right? Historically, black quarterbacks aren't treated the same way as white quarterbacks because they're looked at as they're just athletes, right? And will use athleticism more than their IQ, right? So they build a team based around that, and in their mind, they're thinking they are helping the quarterback out. They're like, oh well, they don't need the best weapons because they're not going to use them properly. Let's just dumb down the offense for them, and we'll focus on defense, and we'll win that way, right? And the smarter teams have kind of broken out of that train of thought. And then you have people who haven't changed the way they do business, the Ravens, in 20 plus years, right? So there might be a little bit of that going on, and it's not. I want to say it's malicious, but I think it's a learned mentality, right? Cultural conditioning,
right?
So
I mean, if you look at it, since EDC became the general manager, he has not done well with this offensive line.
No.
Like 2019 was the offensive line he inherited. And that was the last time that we had a truly dominant offensive line. Ever since then, it's gone downhill. Like you said, it's learned behavior. Like you revert back to what you know. When you get in times of stress, like his job is on the line. And now he's just going to what he knows. And he feels like if he builds his defense up, it's going to make this team a lot better. And he's forgetting that Lamar Jackson, when protected, has done some amazing things, even without the protection. This man threw for 4,000 yards. It's only happened twice in this team's history. So why not get him better protection, get him better weapons, and see how far he can take the team? But you always revert back to who you are.
Yeah. Facts. Coach, good morning. Good morning.
This guy.
That's with us. Hashtag Tar Heels. JR, good morning. Good morning. Who else we got in here? We got Tori in the house. Says, good day, my good brothers. I hate to think that the Ravens are mismanaging Lamar Jackson, but their track record doesn't help. Yeah.
Facts.
It's all facts. Wallop, salute. Over from London. Says, good morning from London. Appreciate the content, gents. Appreciate you. God's favorite. Salute. Money Mac, salute. And we got another super chat. Okay. Appreciate that. Says, do you guys find it weird that Tom Brady works with a guy named Spytech? Oh, that's the GM.
Thanks.
Not at all. That might even be his real name.
Right.
Luke K says, not interested in head coach positions lasting longer than Pope's. Yeah. Well, if they're winning, fine. But just for the sake of having one there, no.
Right. Because who else are you going to get?
Something weird is going on YouTube, man.
What's up?
It is not showing how many people are actually here.
It's not.
What do y'all see on your end? Do you see? Does this show? Like, I can see people in the chat. I can't see it. Like on your channel, it says one person watching.
That's about right.
Oh Lord. This all right. All
That's,
right.
that's I think it's you. That's a YouTube thing.
That's gotta be YouTube. That's gotta be a YouTube thing.
Yeah.
All right. All right. It is what it is. All right. Listen. Yep. Says one watching for God's favorite. Says one for Tony. Okay. All right. It's not just me. All right. All right. Cool. All right. We'll just say we have 100 people in here. Okay. That sounds about right. That's been about the average 100, 150 people watching. All right. YouTube, you better run us our numbers later. All right. I am a YouTube conspiracy theorist over here. I always think YouTube is finding ways to steal our money from us, and this is one of those ways.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So a couple things I want to address. First, Nnamdi Madubuike, there's raising optimism that he may be back next year. What do you think about that, Hendo?
I think that's great. If he can come back and give us some of the production he did, if he can revert back to his 13.5 sack season, great. But more importantly, if he's coming back and there's a belief that he's coming back, what's all this about getting more defense? That's one less hole that you have to fill on the defensive line. So now we can focus on the offense. Now you do want to have a backup plan, a contingency plan, just in case he's not himself or he can't go for a full season. But we need to prioritize other positions. But having him back is a plus, especially dealing out $100 million for a defensive tackle that gave us 6.5 sacks.
Yeah. I mean, that would, if he can come back 100%, he needs to come back 100%.
Right.
That would be great. And I wouldn't even expect him to be Nnamdi Madubuike that we saw a couple of years ago, right out the gate. You come off an injury that keeps you sidelined for a while. It takes you a little time to get ramped up, but he will give you a certain level of play right out the gate, which would be huge. And I do think if he does come back, that lessens our urgency to go and get an interior lineman. Right? Could we go pick one up in the 5th round or 7th round, one of our 8 picks then? Sure. But that would be great. But I want this man healthy though, man. I do not want him messing around and taking a risk with that neck injury.
Yeah. Oh, well, you know what? I'll take Justin Madubuike.
Yeah. Give me Justin.
Give me Justin.
Yeah. What's going on, Tanja? So that's great. The other thing I wanted to bring out, Gossip says, I doubtful that Beaks is coming back now on 50-50. I don't know. We'll see. He's definitely trying to. But I don't know. So people have been mentioning Spencer Fano, right, as a possible replacement for center. And I'm like, where did this come from? Like, he's a tackle. I don't remember him playing center or anything like that. All right. Well, Jeff Zrebick over in The Athletic was put out an article, and it caught my attention because he's talking about possible picks where we're at, and Spencer Fano was on the cover, and I took a look at it, and I just clipped the part where you talked about Spencer Fano. It's real quick, right? Oh, not that one. Oh, see, it's doing it again. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me see if I can actually bring this up. There we go. All right. So this is one of the things that he discussed. And check out the article. He has a different, he has a few possible candidates there at the 14th pick. But this is one of them. Spencer Fano from Utah. What you need to know, Fano was a 3-year starter at Utah playing both right and left tackle. He lacks the ideal bulk and arm length for an NFL tackle, leaving some evaluators believing he's best suited to play inside. You know what's crazy? In 2026, we're still talking about arm length.
Right.
Like, isn't Rashawn Slater, didn't he have short arms too? He's one of the best tackles when he's healthy.
Yep.
Like why we still talking about arm length? That's crazy, but whatever. Now this is the part that caught my attention. Why he makes sense. The Ravens have question marks at center and right guard, and Fano could be a plug and play at either spot. He'd also give them an insurance policy for 32-year-old Ronnie Stanley for the present and future. The Ravens covet versatility up front, and Fano would bring that. He's experienced, athletic, and fundamentally sound. While he may not For much of the pre-draft process, he's been considered a likely top 10 pick. There's a chance he won't be there at 14. Rather than drafting a tackle and moving him to guard, the Ravens could opt for a natural guard in Vega Ione. Ione. Fano is lean for an NFL lineman, and he'll need to get stronger. Okay. What are y'all's initial thoughts on that? What's your initial thought on that, Hendo?
Yeah, I did a video on it, and I thought it was crazy the fact that they would take a tackle and either move him to guard, which normally happens. So sometimes they move him to guard for a year and then take him over to tackle. But to have him be the starting center was the part that kind of caught my eye. Instead of going out there and getting a real center, instead of replacing your 3-time Pro Bowl center, you're going to experiment with a guy who was projected to go in the top 10 and experiment with him. And maybe he is a suitable replacement if something happens to Ronnie Stanley. But I thought that there was a doubt because he has short arms. So is he really a viable replacement? But for me, just the center position thing is crazy. I thought that's what we had Corey Bullock for. I thought that's what we brought in Jake Penner for. So why would we draft somebody in the top 10, top 15 to be a center that's never played in the NFL? So I get the versatility. I like the versatility that he could possibly be in different positions, but go get Ione. Get somebody who you know is going to be a 10-year guard, a 10-year starter in this league, somebody that can play. But if Ione is gone, if the Steelers jump up before us and get him, Fano may be the one thing that we have to get just out of necessity unless they go defense. But for me, yeah, like Amani says, I want my center to be a center.
Mm-hmm. Facts. And let's get the super chat from Kobe. Man, we appreciate you, Kobe. Thank you.
Indeed, Kobe.
Thank you. He says, trying to sign DJ Reader at nose tackle /3 tech tells me they are confident in Nnamdi coming back. Maybe, yeah. Maybe. Yeah. Arm length matters when everyone is quick at the next level. It does matter, but it's not everything. You know what I mean? Right. Speed matters, but it's not everything. Like technique, your skill, all that stuff matters too. Like all that factors in. But yes, arm length isn't. It's not nothing, but it's not everything. You know what I mean? And another super chat from Kobe, man. Thank you. Fano is Samoan, so he just played line in their eyes. That's what I'm saying, man. Like it's these we view these certain cultures, certain people from certain cultures as certain positions, and yeah, like so Fano can just play everything. So You're telling me Fano could be the answer at center, at guard, and tackle. Mm-hmm. No, he ain't all three of those things.
Right.
All right. He's not. He can, he'll do one, maybe two of those really well. He could play center too. I don't think so, man. I don't think so. And also, like I pointed out right before we went live here.
Right.
The man addressed 3 positions on the O-line. He said he could be the answer at guard, he could be the answer at center, and he could be the answer for Ryan Stanley's replacement.
Right.
That tells me we need 3 O-linemen. That's what that tells me. That tells me we need a guard, center, and a tackle.
Right.
Like we've been saying. So when we stress that we need to address the O-line, Jess Rabick just addressed that. He just said the same thing that we've been saying. He's been saying it in a different way, right?
Yeah, he's just being negative.
Yeah, he's being negative. Yeah. 3 needs at O-lineman. That means we need a lot of work, and that's not something to overlook. You can't just be like, oh yeah, but we'll figure it out. No, you have to address that. Mm-hmm. I would stress we need 4 O-linemen because we didn't really address guard. Right. Like I know John Simpson is slated to be the starter, and I'm gonna tell y'all the same thing I told y'all last year when we were like, hey, we got to address the guard positions, and people were like, hey, we got Falele, we got Voorhees, they're going to be the starters. And I said, yeah, I know they're going to be the starters, but they're not good enough. Yeah, I know John Simpson's going to be the starter. He's not good enough. Right. So we still have a need there. Now, I'll say this. I think Emory Jones is somebody they feel comfortable with. Mm-hmm. Maybe he just beats out John Simpson at some point. If we got another good guard on the team, like Vega, then John Simpson just isn't an issue. The center position, man, I don't know how they're gonna work that out. I don't.
Third round.
Yeah.
He might go in the third round, get one of those guys.
I feel you, coach. He said he don't want to go to work. I don't go to work either.
Me neither.
I gotta go to DC today. Not feeling it. Not on Monday. I gotta go tomorrow too.
It's crazy.
Definitely not on a Tuesday. I hate Tuesdays, y'all.
It's going down on a Tuesday.
Yeah. 77 didn't work too well. Nope.
Not at all.
Nope.
They thought they could move him around.
Yeah, Harry says, I'd rather get Vega or Rutledge, get true guards, and stop playing around. Get your center on day 3 in the draft. Yeah. Listen, I don't care where they get him from. He's got to be able to play.
Thanks.
He just has to be able to play. I mean, if one of these guys, listen, if Corey Bullock can play, great. Like, I don't have to be right. They have to be right. You know what I'm saying? Like, when me and Hendo and B are right, then we're just right. People say, hey, y'all right about that. Right. Wish they would have listened. That doesn't do anything for the team, right? When they get it right, that's when we're all happy. Right. So I need them to get it right.
Right.
KYD, what's going on? Appreciate you coming through. Says, good morning, gents. At 14, team should be picking the best player at a specific position. That should always be the case, no matter where you're picking.
Right.
The best player to fit your biggest need is what I would say.
Mm-hmm. Right. That's when value goes out the board. When people say that a guard shouldn't be picked at 14, if that's your greatest need and one of the best players is a guard, you get him. You're looking to build your team. You're not looking to be patted on the back for saying, oh, he got the best value at this pick. You want somebody that can come in and contribute. We want somebody that can come in and protect Lamar Jackson. That's the one thing that we've been lacking for 8 seasons. It's about time we give him the protection that he needs.
Yeah. Tanja says, y'all don't want to go to work. I've been here watching y'all, and I didn't want to be here either.
Fact.
Salute to you, Tanja.
Yeah.
The early bird. What are we doing with Carson Vincent? Hey, I think they're developing him, and I think Carson Vincent is off to a good start. He had a really good training camp, and he had a good preseason last year. So we might have something there with Carson Vincent. Get more. Right. Get more. Don't just leave it up to a guy that have one little flash in the pan. Like, we got to make sure we're building a true wall around him. Because here's my thing. Like, we can't project Carson Vincent to be a starter off of one preseason, right? Because what if Ryan Stanley gets hurt and he has to come in and play this year and he's not good?
Right.
We'll be saying, oh, well, what'd you expect? He was a whatever 5th round pick or there's no expectation for him to really perform yet. Mm-hmm. Keep developing him and hopefully he can turn into that player, but that can't be the plan, X says, don't go to work, brother. But Jose told me he will cover your yearly salary today. Hey, man, if I could, I would.
Thanks.
I would.
We need to get these subs and these views up.
Thanks. You just said we only have one. Don't get me started on YouTube, man. YouTube be raising my blood pressure. Yeah. If you guys can hear the conversations me, Hendo, and B have off camera and coach, man, I turn into this guy right here. I turn to this guy.
You know what? I'm gonna see if I can get a collage done. It's gonna be the Ravens YouTube creators, the Black Ravens YouTube content creators. It is gonna be like there can only be one. It's like saying at the top. All right.
The other news that I wanted to cover, and we'll cover more of this on Wednesday's show. Listen, if you thought the refs were screwing the Ravens over, it's about to get worse. Okay. So the NFL has offered its game officials a 6-year labor deal with a 6.45% annual growth rate in compensation, while the NFLRA, that's their union, I'm guessing, is insisting on 10% plus 2.5 million for marketing fees the league regards as worthless, sources say. The union also continues to resist changes the NFL is insisting upon, including shortening the dark period, quote unquote, after the Super Bowl, deploying underperforming officials to spring leagues for extra reps, and ending a seniority-based system for playoff assignments. Quote, we want to pay for performance, sources said. And they're quoting the tweet right below where they're saying that the NFL plans to begin hiring replacement officials before May 31st expiration of its labor deal and deploy them in training camps to have them ready if no agreement is struck with the NFLRA. So yes, scabs coming, McNasty. Scabs coming. And we've had that before. Y'all remember that?
Fail Mary.
Yep.
This is embarrassing. This is true. This should be truly embarrassing for the league. One of the highest grossing sports in the world, most popular sport in America, and globally is starting to grow. They're making more money by having these international games, and you want to tarnish what we already have because the referees are flawed right now, and part of the issue is they're not full time. I'm sure a lot of them don't want to have to go to a full-time job and have to referee on the side. If you paid them enough money to where most of them could focus on their job, then we'd get better product on the field. And more importantly, you say you want to pay for play, so to speak. What about revenue sharing? You have NFL teams that tank every season. All they're worried about is making money, but yet still they get their piece of the pie. You don't tell them do better, or you don't get as much money. You still pay them regardless. So why not give these refs what they deserve? Like, you're making money. Why can't they make money? I'm sure, and I know, I'll tell you from experience, they don't want to have to do dual duty. You don't want to have to go from one job to the next. And some of them, outside of just having to work another job, they have to stay in shape to be able to run up and down the field, especially being that some of them are a little bit older. And bringing in these scabs, we saw what it did to the product on the field years ago. People didn't like it. People stopped watching. So why would you want to do that when your sport is growing, when it's at its zenith right now and still climbing? Why would you want to hurt what's going on? You had to come out a few weeks ago and say, hey, we screwed y'all a couple times in this game. We screwed this team. It shouldn't have been like that. And you want to make these things worse? Like, it's crazy to me to think that they're that greedy, even though we know most of these owners are. But give them what they want.
Wasn't it didn't one of the refs during that year had to get pulled before the game started because they went on Twitter all pumped up because they were like a Saints fan or whatever. They're going to officiate a Saints game. They're like, let's go Saints. They said something like it was something like that. And they're like, no, you can't ref this game.
Like, no.
It's going to listen. We're used to the bad call, so it'll just be entertaining for us, I guess.
Refs don't know who to call the flags on. They say, what did they tell us for the meeting?
Like, yeah, Baltimore fans have been conditioned for bad officiating already, so you won't see much change there. But the rest of the league, watch out. KYD says that last sentence from Pelissero is a damn lie. Refs should get full-time pay for full-time work, period. Well, that wasn't his quote. He was quoting somebody.
Right.
He was quoting somebody, a source. And yes, they should get full-time pay. They should hire full-time refs. This is a problem I have with wealthy people, right? This is a billionaire thing. They just don't want to spread the wealth. They asked for $2 million, right? And 10% instead of 6.5. Just give them the extra 3.5%, right? Why do you all have to be so damn greedy? Like, give them what they're worth. Like, they're important to the game, and you want them fully committed to the game. But $2.5 million, that's the other thing to ask for. $2.5 million. That's nothing. That's nothing. These owners will spend that on lunch. And that's the thing about this country, man. Like, you have the wealthiest people in this country are just it's beyond greed. It's just evil because they don't want to. If the money goes towards helping you, they're not interested in that. They'll fight to make sure you don't get that money. If it just goes to something wasteful that they care nothing about, they're cool with that, right? Because it's their choice.
Right.
It's their money. They have the power to do that, and they want to keep you down. So this is the ugly side of the sports, man. You got these billionaire owners that is crap on the little guys, and it affects the product ultimately.
Yeah, and they think they can get by with the virtual first down and the virtual measurements and all that. It doesn't work when you can't tell when a player's knee is down. Like when you're that close, you have to determine if the knee was down, if it's that. Like you need people visually there to see what's going on. They're trying it, but I don't think that it's going to work. And they're giving you full-time game days, just like the players are. So why not give them that? And why would you not want seniority to play a factor in playoff games? You want your best out there. You want the guys that have the most experience to be in the most crucial times. I don't want a first-year ref in the AFC Championship game. You know what I'm saying? A first time, it just doesn't make sense to me. They just want to keep all the money for themselves. And like you said, they spend that money on lunch, their grandkids. They'll spend that money on a stupid ad that'll run 5 times instead of giving them the people that actually matter. They think that they're the only important people, like the Houston owner said, the inmates running the asylum. They think that they're the only important piece to the NFL. If you don't have the players, if you don't have the refs, if you don't have the gamesmanship, people aren't going to tune in. You will not get these international games if these people are seeing crap product on the field. Nobody's going to care. So get it right. Like I don't want this season to go down and be known as, well, if the Ravens win the Super Bowl, it was the season of the refs.
Right. And that's what happened. Kobe, appreciate another super chat. Thank you. Thank you. Says NFL about to sign $1 trillion TV deal in the near future, but penny pinch on the salary cap and pay for refs. The league wasn't always number one. Facts. And I feel like the refs will end up winning this thing because much like the WNBA, when people were like, hey, these women aren't going to win this, and it was obvious that they're going to win. Like they don't, when it's not their full-time job, they have leverage. Right. Same thing for any of us. When we have a part-time job and we're doing a job for extra money, you have leverage there when you say, I need more money than this. Right. Because that's not your main source of income. And when they say, oh, we don't have the kind of money, all right, I'm out. I can get a part-time job anywhere. It's just, you know what I'm saying? It's a part-time job. I can find another job to supplement my income. Same thing in the NFL. It seems like it's a prestigious job, but NFL doesn't like to pay its workers. And if they're not getting paid enough and they all have other jobs, a lot of these people are lawyers and whatnot.
Judges.
Right. So, it's like, yo, this ain't my actual job. And if you're not going to pay me, I can go and I can ref anywhere else. Right. I can just go do something else, with my time. I don't need to be here, and they'll be out and we'll deal with scabs and you'll deal with angry fans and you'll deal. It's the element that they really worried about is a lot of these betting companies. Right, a lot of casinos, because now gambling is they're intertwined now, and you can't have poor officiating when you're getting in bed with DraftKings and all these other betting sites. Right, like they don't want to see that, so they'll put the pressure on the league to make sure they get the best officiating possible.
Yeah, and it's crazy, the compared to the money that they want. Think about the lost revenue when these games start to go around, like you said, with the betting sites and all, and they start pulling certain things. The lost revenue that you're going to have from fans walking away from the sponsorships is going to outweigh the money that you could have paid the refs when you're going to cave regardless. When we've seen it before. We've seen the refs screw up so many times that the league was just like, yeah, we got to pay these guys. So what are you doing this for? Just to show that you have the strong hand? Like it's all about leverage. It's all about control. They just want to let people know we run this league. Well, literally you don't, because if the fans walk away and don't watch, you don't make money.
Facts. So let's see what we got here. Coach says that AI strike zone embarrassing MLB umps.
This is why we don't watch baseball.
Yeah, I don't. But is that what they use now? They use AI for the strike zone. I thought it was still like I know they have the camera. I didn't know that was AI generated. Right. I don't know. That I don't know. But I know, I'm not a baseball fan, but I keep up with it a little bit, Joey, what's going on? Jose
Good.
Hendo all day, Ravens all day.
Indeed.
Appreciate that.
Not Orioles. Haven't watched them since 98, 99. Refuse. They would not let me down again.
Listen, man. I'll say this about baseball. And yes, Rainmaker, it's a microcosm of the rest of the world, especially the U.S. Especially the U.S. I was telling somebody the other day, like they had opening day, and I was leaving work as everybody's going to the stadium. And I can see it was a nice day. You see all the orange out, and people are happy, and you got the vendors out there. That's a nice feeling. Opening day when it's a nice day outside. Like that's I can see how you can get into that if you're a baseball fan. Like that's nice.
Facts.
But like, what about like 3 months from now when the team's clearly not winning? And you want to go watch a game, but like it's not the best. It's raining outside, and like are you still pumped about it? You just like, no, I'm good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We got another super chat from Kobe. Appreciate you, Kobe. Indeed. Says media works for owners, and they don't want players like Lamar to be the face of the NFL. Thanks. He don't fit what they are trying to sell. They gave Josh here, damn MVP, just to justify how they talk about him. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I hate it, man. Like I hate how they pit Lamar against Josh Allen, because I like Josh Allen, right? But clearly he's not without his flaws, right? And if I'm talking to another Bills fan, yes, we can argue about who's better, but there is no real argument in terms of who's performed better, right? And to give him that MVP, I think it was a joke. And to say, oh, well, he's got more playoff wins. Okay, man, but like he chokes, and he's had, I mean, we just saw the 5 turnovers he did in the playoffs, and they'll sweep that under the rug. Mm-hmm. Lamar has to play flawless football in the playoffs, even though he's given a lot less than Josh Allen. Not don't get me wrong. Bills fans will point out Josh Allen, he doesn't get the most help either, but he gets more than Lamar gets.
Facts. And more importantly, the MVP has nothing to do with postseason. So why they bring it up? And before the MVP voting, they talked about the postseason a lot. And I'm sitting here thinking, why are we discussing this? Why are we talking about, they got this matchup this upcoming weekend, even though we know it doesn't affect the MVP voting, we're still going to talk about it. Why? It has no effect. MVP is for regular season. And what Lamar did in 2024, top 3 seasons of all time. Josh Allen had a very, very good year. Was it a top 3 season of all time? No, it wasn't. There are arguments with me, he dragged this team to the playoffs. He does all the time. And Sean McDermott is a good head coach, and their defense is always ready. Then they had James Cook take over some games. So that's an argument I want to have. But like you said, they don't want Lamar being the face of the NFL, because now we're going to start to have athletes that choose their own path. They don't want the NFL to become anything like the NBA. They don't want the individuality. They don't want guys recruiting guys to other teams and doing what they want to do. Now, because Lamar doesn't have an agent, we don't hear any leaks about Lamar and his camp like you would from some other players. And they don't like that. They don't like that they can't say, oh, well, unnamed source said Lamar is frustrated with the Ravens and he's not signing an extension. You don't know anything because nothing's leaking outside of there. And they don't like that. They don't want that to be the future of the NFL. They still want to have some quasi control over what's going on through the agent. So, yeah, they're going to push Josh Allen so they can put him in the commercials and have him be the face and all and other stuff that we're not going to talk about. But, it is what it is.
Facts. We got another super chat from Kobe. Appreciate that. Says Lamar don't feast on the wild card round because he gets biased. You see, that's yes. That's another part of it that they don't talk about. Thanks. And Rob, what's going on? Says when it comes to black QBs, it's always are they starting to regress, but when it's white QBs, it's the line or weapons. Right. Because Josh Allen came in the same time Lamar Jackson. They're both running quarterbacks, obviously, mobile quarterbacks. Josh Allen has carried the ball, I believe, more times than Lamar Jackson. And he's taken a lot more hits.
Facts.
He's taken a lot more hits than Lamar Jackson has. But there isn't that, is his body breaking down, which It will. it will. You'll start to see that. He's gonna be a little bit more reluctant to run coming here pretty soon. His body, if he's not showing it'll start to show here pretty soon. But that's the talk that they use for Lamar, even though Lamar, that's not his game.
Right. And it showed in the playoffs. He injured his foot. And it was like, oh, he's clearly injured. That's why he performed the way that he performed. Well, how did he get injured? Taking all those damn hits.
Yeah.
But they don't want to correlate the two, and they want to make the excuses, and it's cool. But like you said, I like Josh Allen. I think he's a very talented quarterback, and especially from where he came, from when he started, totally different player. And I think he's one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. But he's not Lamar Jackson. And for me, I can't talk about a quarterback that is, 0-7, 0-8 in overtime games. So when the games get the tightest, you have not won an overtime game in your career? That's crazy to me.
Yeah.
Not one.
Yeah. Let's not forget the Wonderlic test. Yeah. A test that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean anything. The data, the person that created the Wonderlic test has said, like, it's a stupid test. It's nothing. Right. It's nothing. And it's not, that's why they don't bring it up anymore, because it doesn't, there's no like correlation between that and how well somebody processes the plays and whatnot.
Yeah.
Kobe, thank you for another super chat. Says Josh literally on crutches at the end of the year and nothing.
Right.
Yeah. The media never once mentioned that Josh is much more of a running back than Lamar.
And the hits that he takes vicious hits because he looks for contact. Lamar protects his body. Josh looks for contact. He wants to run people over, and he's proud about that fact. And I don't care how much bigger he is, because that's the talking point, that he weighs much more than Lamar Jackson. Well, Cam Newton weighed much more than Lamar Jackson, and we saw those hits take its toll on him. And he's never been the same. And the same thing's going to happen to Josh Allen. I think they need to refine his game and stop using him as much as a running back as they do. But keep doing it and shorten his career. But you're not going to hear him speak about that. They're going to talk about how sustainable is Lamar Jackson's career. We're entering year 9. And outside of last year, we're seeing Lamar get better and better as he goes along, using his legs less and less. But they were just so scared that he was only going to play 3 or 4 years and just be dynamic and then ride off into the sunset. Well, it hasn't happened. And he's done this without an offensive line, which Buffalo has given Josh Allen. He's done it without weapons. You can talk about the lack of weapons that Josh Allen doesn't have, but they've tried. They gave him Stephon Diggs, who gave him 4 outstanding years where he averaged 112 catches, 1,400 yards, and 10 touchdowns a season. How's that not giving him help? They got James Cook, which was a surprise. And he's transforming that team. Once they started running the ball, Buffalo's had more success. So where is he not getting help at? Defensively, they bring in players. Correct. So where has he not gotten the help? Because they've done it on both sides of the ball, unlike Baltimore, where we only focus on defense and Lamar just has to get it done by himself. Now, they did give him Derrick Henry. I give them that much. But outside of that, where's the protection? Where are the weapons? He's not getting them. We would always talk about getting Lamar a wide receiver. Just get him that stud dude. Buffalo's done it twice for Josh Allen. We have yet to do it. We brought in Dez Bryant, and everybody lost their damn minds. Deshaun Jackson, people went crazy. Like, the two are not the same.
And we got lucky with Derrick Henry. Let's just be real about that. We got lucky that he can still play at this level, because that was not the expectation.
Right.
They got him because he was the cheaper option. Mm-hmm. All right, between him and Saquon.
Right.
And we got lucky that he could still play at this level. That was just luck. But that was them just trying to get the right play at the right price. Morning, Yolanda. Thank you for coming through. All right, 2 more, and then we getting up out of here because Jose's got to go. JR says, Jose and Hendo, you ever do a mock draft? Yes. Hendo, you've already done a mock draft, haven't you?
I've done a mock draft. I need to do another, but I've done a mock draft.
Yeah, go check out his video. He did a mock draft. Me and B too. Huh?
I do mine a little bit differently than everybody else does.
Yeah. Me and B usually do it closer to the draft. We try to do one. We don't usually do more than one. But yes, we'll give you a mock draft. It won't be like a 7-round mock draft or anything like that.
Especially 11 picks.
Yeah, especially when we have 20 picks. We're not doing that. But and cheaper than Josh Jacobs too. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, so that's what it was. That was their motivation. It wasn't that they felt like they're getting a special player for Lamar. They felt like they get somebody that has a little left in the tank and won't cost them a whole lot of money. You know, so we have to stop thinking that way. We have to like build a whole team, not just offense or defense. Build a whole team, but the person that you're expecting us to win these games is Lamar Jackson. You got to give him all the help that you can give him. So, all right, that is it. We are getting out of here. Come back tomorrow. We'll talk more about this. Y'all have a great day. We'll see you later. Peace.